look, none of us knows exactly what the future holds, obviously. I mean, if we did, we'd probably all be like millionaires, win the lottery, and all that kind of stuff, be prognosticators and whatever, win money through gambling and all those kind of means and things like that. But, at the end of the day, we're not that. We're all just gaming fans, and we're excited by the future. We're cautiously optimistic by what's going to happen. At least I am. And I feel like when it comes to Xbox, there's a lot of uncertainty there, and I think a lot of that uncertainty is obviously Microsoft's fault, like in and of itself, right? Like if we're just being honest. Okay, that uncertainty is something that is Microsoft's own doing. They did it. They change direction every 2 seconds or whatever, and that's the problem that a lot of people have been kind of having with Xbox, myself included. The quality product for sure, but it's also a product that suffers from a lot of the same things that Sega suffered from, and that's hard to really kind of come back from. People have that kind of thought process. Well, okay, well, can we trust them to be around after a certain point in time? And I think that's probably why a lot of people have trust issues with Microsoft. Now, for me, like I said, they're going to have to do a little bit of convincing, but this is good news, and this is something that I feel like is cool, and that a lot of people will probably look to this and go, okay, this is kind of cool. Hopefully it ends up being great, and hopefully Microsoft kind of gets back on the wagon with this. But I want to get into it. What's up, everybody? Crap Gamer here with Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another video. Thank you for taking time out to watch it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it. It really does help my channel out. A simple like goes a tremendously long way. Trust me when I say that. It really, really does. Now, with that being said, I just have to say that for me anyway, doing daily content is something that I greatly enjoy. It is like, I can't really explain what it means to me to be able to do the daily content. I look forward to doing it. I know some of it is, people don't like or whatever, but I have fun, and it's just something that I look forward to with my day. Like I work like everybody else. And in my spare time, I like to do videos about video games. I know it's silly, and some people look at it as something that's dumb or whatever, but I enjoy it. So thank you guys. Merry Christmas and happy holidays and all that kind of good stuff. Now, where the future is concerned, I think a lot of us kind of maybe question what is going on with Xbox. We do know that it's going to have the largest technical leap ever, or so it's claimed, but we've also heard a lot of this stuff about the actual, like, there being a handheld. We've heard, oh man, 2026. Now, I think that 2026 date is full of crap, to be quite honest with you, especially with this news, which I talked about a little bit, and I hit upon in a little bit in the other video that I did. But Xbox executive is actually appearing at the Future of Gaming Handheld panel next month. It's Microsoft's VP of Next Generation, newly named Jason Ronald. So in case you missed it, Lenovo appears to be gearing up to announce its first Legion Go Steam OS handheld during a special Future of Gaming Handhelds event at CES 25 on January 7th, 2025, which, again, that's good news. Like, people are getting into the handhelds. I mean, that clearly there's some kind of market there, and there definitely has to be some kind of market, because people keep coming out with these things, So that's something that we kind of have to understand as well when we kind of look at how things are going, look at how things are kind of moving forward and things like that. I feel like it's pretty obvious that Microsoft is going to do some sort of hardware. I hope that they kind of go like all in with the hardware. Obviously it looks like they're going to do two different options, which I think is a very smart thing for them to do, just for the fact that people like options. So if you want to do something like the a handheld, which it looks like, like I said, going to this handheld conference and kind of talking about that stuff. I think that makes a lot of sense, get a feel for it. But on the other hand, the fact that they're just kind of doing this stuff and they just announced him as a VP or whatever really goes to show that this stuff is probably years and years away, probably at least a few years from, and we're already basically in 2025. So, we have that kind of situation where, it's not as cut and dry as maybe you would believe it to be. But I think that, it makes sense to do that. It's intriguing if they can do an Xbox OS handheld. That's the only way that's intriguing to me personally. I know that you guys might feel differently or whatever, and hey, that's perfectly fine. For me, I feel like it definitely needs to be a situation where they have, this console, this handheld that can play your library of games, right? I don't want to go and buy new games is basically what I'm trying to say, right? I don't want to have to buy separate games for this. I don't want them to be, PC versions of these games. It has to be the versions of the games that we have, the Xbox versions of the games, and hopefully that's what it is. I would love that to be the case. It might not seem that relevant to Xbox following ongoing talk of a possible Xbox handheld device, but The Verge has highlighted how Microsoft's Jason Ronald will also be on this panel. According to this, he's now actually referred to as Xbox's VP of Next Generation. Quote unquote, Steam Deck co-designer Pierre-Louis Griffiths won't be the only intriguing choice of panelist on stage. Jason Ronald, Microsoft VP of Xbox Gaming Devices and Ecosystem, will also be in attendance. He's now being introduced as Microsoft's VP of Next Generation. So Ronald has played a huge role in the development of Xbox hardware over the years, and his title update seems to indicate he'll continue to be a major part of the brand's future. As for what he'll be up to on the panel, it's not exactly revealed yet, but there's probably something in there connected to Microsoft's OS or its Xbox gaming services. Xbox has already shown an interest in entering into the portable gaming space with its own device, and there's also been confirmation that the company itself actually that there's more hardware on the way. So, again, I think that's cool that's happening. I think that they're, like I said, if they can make it so, like, and I tell people this all the time, I've got, almost 1,400 games installed on my Xbox, and that's not all of them, right? Like, that, I have a lot that aren't installed. Some, it's like, obviously, like all the different versions of Madden or whatever, I uninstall the old versions and install the new ones or whatever the case may be. And so that's sort of how I work things, and for me anyway, if I can take those with me on a handheld or play them off the screen or whatever, I think that would be, phenomenal thing to kind of do and to accomplish. There would be a hell of an accomplishment for Microsoft, just to be able to offer that to fans along the way. And, again, I think that it's smart to have a handheld, and I like seeing there being a little bit of this competition there when it comes to, the handheld market. And I know people might not understand it, but, it looks like Sony's doing one. We know the Switch 2 is doing one. Clearly, like, Nintendo's probably thinking, man, we were over here minding our own business, and now, everybody's out here trying to do a new handheld or whatever. So, that's sort of the way I look at this. I think that, we are kind of looking in a very interesting sort of way that Microsoft is definitely still in the game, and they're still doing things that I think could get people excited. These are those types of things. And I hope that we continue to see some things get evolved from this. I want to see evolution of what's happening. That's kind of my thought process of this. I want to see the evolution of gaming. I want to see why it's a good thing to to buy an Xbox. Give me some reasons. Taking my full digital library on the go is a heck of a reason. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, or whatever the case may be. And I would love to hear your guys' thought process on this. So are you guys interested in like the handhelds like this? Sound off down below. I do appreciate it. I'm going to, of course, link this, and y'all can check it out and let me know what you think, man. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that kind of good stuff. Like I said, man, I know people think it's doom and gloom for Xbox, but if you have an Xbox, there's no need to sell it. You're going to be able to play a great lineup of games, and then take it from there. We'll see what happens over the next few years. But, it is exciting from a software standpoint. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer, out.